easy to be influenced. To admit or not, at the beginning of adulthood, young people in 20s are those who are easily manipulated or influenced by any external elements. You think yourself the most independent ever though. Peers, friends, media, better halves, teachers, parents, books, movies, even ads. Almost all around you are easily shape you at the most degree. For example, peer pressure. For the most of the time, peers competition easily motivated particularly young boys to both competition and cooperation when they search to show their muscles and gain social recognitions. So you can see many young people contribute to become ambitious social climbers and feel instantly anxious once they are left behind in conventional social structure stuff, including visible payments, job status, hot better halves, family buildings, and so on. But you know what? Those competitions at the most time turn out kind of bland. You will test them out as you grow mature. Friendship and romantic love in 20s, especially with people in a similar age, can be complicated and struggling because intimate behaviors, manners, and expectations in these relationships at large come from original families, where you originally learn how to behave through mimicking the people around you. So very often, friends and lovers are neither extension of another similar yourself, family members, or supplement with the opposite characters. The former can continue to strengthen your current characters and personalities with the latest social fractions. At the same time, it may shrink your social circles and wills though. The latter will help you to see something potential, different, and perhaps fulfill what you want to be, but you have not yet in the reality. The dreaming self. But you know what? For the most of the time, you will experience a mixed feeling with peers, friends, and lovers, both love and hate due to gender differences and the complex of human nature. Although they usually look rebellious to any authorities more or less. Parents, teachers, leaders, even governments. However, the stronger you play against something, the deeper relationship you are involved with it in some way. This is like when you draw a white line on a white paper, nothing appears. But when you draw a black line with the opposite and highest contrast color on white paper, all existences turn visible. It looks like white and black are totally different. In fact, they involve with each other in some way deeply. Analogically, to some extent, the power of rebelling is a kind of a seemingly independent but reaction force of another side. And ironically, similar thoughts and behaviors often find their ways between enemies. So, you know what? In future, you will find out, oops, finally I'm able to master the two sides. Once you grow up mature enough and become object and calm. Books, movies, and dramas can be the most available and popular ways to expand horizons and feel emptiness in the 20s. Even you are crazy about some actors, actresses, or novelists, and their stories can make impact on your own life choices. And some dumb you in 20s probably mimic some romantic or dramatic plots through those medium automatically. As you easily imagine, you are the hero or heroine there. But as you grow up, when your imagination and visual ideas make a conflict with crucial and plain reality, you will find you are probably fooled by them. In other words, the naive you will finally find out the underlying logic that all the artistic works have to find their dramatic ways to attract people's attentions and become the so-called successful. Otherwise, staff in the whole industry won't work and get paychecks. And finally, you will find out yourself in the real life is the real director and editor of your life. Honey, no one can influence you except you allow them to do so. The mass media is a window for you to build connections between you and the outside world. However, you probably don't know how many interest groups and political powers stand behind media financially to display not truth but what they want you to know. So from whomever and whatever you meet in your 20s, don't just obey anything around without critical thinking.